I like turtles. Do you remember that guy? Do you remember him? I don't know what happened to him. I've heard that he committed sins so great that he's not even redeemable in the eyes of the Lord. And that's his story. No one will forgive him for what he's done. People thought he was so cute. He's done things that I don't even want to talk about. He's done things. He grew up to become such a depraved, sick animal that he will never enter the kingdom of heaven.
Charlie bit my finger.
You know what he's been up to?
I don't know. He
fucking depraved acts.
I don't believe that.
The deepest, darkest pits of a man's soul, the desires that he himself will not even admit to. That is what that guy's been doing. He's been fucking eating ho-hos. He's been fucking eating picante.
We used to eat ho-hos, and now we hear ho-ho-ho. Because we work in Santa's workshop.
Mm-hmm. We used to eat Twinkies, and now people want you to thinky about their pronouns.
All right.
Come on, man. You can't.
Well, you know what, Jake? I'm woke, and
you're not woke.
You might be based, but I'm woke. And I was thinking about something the other day, and I want you to consider this possibility.
Okay.
What would you do if you got offered let's say you're offered a deal? You know, it's like a Shark Tank deal, and you're one of the sharks.
Okay.
And the sharks, it's 4 sharks.
Okay.
In a tank.
What are their names?
You are one of the. It's like the show Shark Tank. You're one of the sharks.
Okay.
LeBron James is one of the sharks.
Okay.
Michael Jordan is another one, and then SpongeBob.
Me, LeBron, Michael Jordan, and SpongeBob are on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and a guy comes up and he says, "I've made a basketball you can dribble underwater."
Okay.
And he's asking for $100,000 for a 5% stake.
Mm-hmm.
The basketballs, but there's one problem, Jake. There's one problem you notice. The basketball is blue.
Okay.
Just like water.
Okay.
So hypothetically, you ask, what if I'm playing basketball underwater? How do you tell which is the basketball and which is the water if it's all blue?
Mm-hmm.
How would you how do you think he would answer that?
Off the jump, I would have to ask first of all, who's bringing this in? I need a little bit more context on the guy.
He's the most famous fish to ever play basketball. You've definitely heard of him.
Okay,
his name is Fisherman Dribble.
Fisherman Dribble. Okay, and he's bringing me a blue basketball that can be dribbled underwater.
Yeah, just really slow.
Okay. And he is the best underwater basketball player. Is that also?
He's the best. He's the most famous. If you would recognize him when he walked in the room, and SpongeBob definitely would, because SpongeBob lives down there.
So let's just assume, for the sake of argument, that SpongeBob's already in, and because of their relationship to the sport of on-land basketball, Michael Jordan and LeBron James are at the very least teetering on getting in on this. So I'm the fish out of water.
But their egos are also at play.
Okay. Their egos are at play.
They want to be the GOAT investors. And SpongeBob, he's just happy to be there. But at the same time, he is the king of underwater. Okay.
I thought that was Neptune, which is a character.
No, in terms of between LeBron, Michael Jordan, and SpongeBob, who's the king of underwater?
Sure. Yes, I understand.
It's SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And between you also, you're also a judge, but you are neither a basketball player and you don't live underwater. If it was underwater drums or underwater guitar or underwater comedy, it would be between you and SpongeBob. But SpongeBob might win with underwater comedy because he's one of the most famous underwater comedians of all time.
That's true. I really just feel as though maybe like I'm kind of like Mr. Wonderful in this situation where I don't have any personal or cultural connection to any of the products. I just have a lot of money and I have a lot of sass and attitude, and I'm a proud entrepreneur. I would probably want to know, What kind of eyeballs are we getting in underwater basketball? What kind of people are attending? What does the fan base look like? How much money is this bringing in?
You know, there's a lot of people giving it side eye underwater. You know what I mean? Because of the way the fish's heads are shaped a lot of the time. But, you know, just because they're giving it side eye doesn't mean they aren't going to turn around and look at it with the other side.
Sure.
We're looking to get a lot of eyeballs on this over the course of the next 200-300 generations, because fish generations are very fast.
Yeah. Okay. So within the next, all right.
But we're looking at potentially 100 billion pounds of eyeballs.
Okay.
That's how fish are measured.
Okay.
Depending on how big the fish are, they look at it.
Grouper and sunfish eyes probably would weigh quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't think. Look, I think I'm going to let
whale to look at it. It would really increase the weight of the eyeball situation.
Yeah, because they weigh a lot.
But that's not a fish.
It's a mammal. I guess I guess where I'm at now is
Did you know that the blue whale is the largest blue mammal?
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, what's the other? I guess a bird isn't a mammal. It's a bird.
It's an avian.
Yeah, it's an avian. Yeah, it's like a reptile or something.
Nope. I think avians are in their own.
No, birds used to be reptiles.
Right?
Birds used to be dinosaurs.
Right. But due to the
and because a bird has lizards scales, then that makes it a reptile.
Did you know that the T-Rex was grew to be over 6 feet tall?
Yeah, I remember reading that somewhere.
It could be it could be even over 10 feet tall.
Mm-hmm. It could weigh at least to 200 pounds.
You ever seen a dinosaur skeleton in real life? Whenever I was a kid, I used to always hope I'd find a dinosaur skeleton so I could make a fuck ton of money.
Same.
And now, I mean, sometimes working construction, I'll see like big ass shells and stuff. You know what I mean? In the rocks, and I'll think there probably are dinosaurs down here, but we're just building shitty houses on top of them.
It's kind of that speaks to a larger fantasy I used to have.
That's true. I mean, I live not far from Glen Rose, where like there's a fossil rim and stuff. Like there's dinosaur footprints in the river. Like there are dinosaur remains here.
There's shit out here in the hill country,
and
too.
we just have shitty houses on them. I mean, what are you gonna do though?
Yeah,
it's like it's like going. Okay, you know.
You're not going to like not build a housing development.
They're not very space efficient, really. They're very space efficient in the ground. Once you get them out, they're so tall that if you want to have it in a building, it's got to be a tall building, Jake. And that's a big reason why science buildings are so tall.
I guess my thing with that is
just a theory.
When you're a kid with not a lot of money and not a lot of like you don't understand conceptually what your future looks like, which I don't know how many children or young teenagers even do, but I think if you don't have a lot of money, you definitely don't. I used to have fantasies of just like finding a lot of money in a brown paper bag like on the ground. Like I thought that was really the only way that it was ever gonna like same with dinosaur bones. Yeah. I used to think about that all the time. Like I would dig a 2-inch hole at my babysitter or like I had I went to one of those illegal daycares, which was just kind of like a lady's house with like 13 like badass little kids running around, and I was one of them. And I remember digging in her yard, fucking her yard up, and being like, "Dude, I'm gonna find a dinosaur bone, and then me and my family are gonna have $1 million," which like I don't even know if you can get money for that. Like it's not like treasure. I mean, I know that the museum.
I think you. If you have something like, well, also if you extract it yourself, there's a good chance you're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, 100%. Especially if you're a child and you have like you're playing with like Tonka trunk bullshit.
Like me as an adult man, I would like fuck up a dinosaur body for sure.
Yeah, no doubt in my mind.
With my luck, I would find a fully intact dinosaur body, dig it up, and then like forget to call, and then it would just rot away to a skeleton. And like they'd be like, "Yeah, this is a regular skeleton. What do you mean?" I'd be like, "No, like a couple weeks ago, this was like a mastodon. Like the birds have been eating it and stuff, but like this was like a fully intact body."
We used to go to Whenever we used to go to Galveston, I like every single time. This is Galveston. All right, this isn't like, I don't know, like an unexplored part of the world. You know, this is a very, very explored, very inhabited part of the world. Every time I went to Galveston, I would be so certain that I was going to find a treasure chest with like gold doubloons in it and shit, and like red rubies and like big ass coins and stuff, and like a crown. And it's Galveston. You're way more likely to find like a needle or like a guy's leg or like a pack of cigarettes that are wet. You know what I mean? Like, or like a wedding ring that someone threw off, but then you've come to find out that the wedding ring is fake. It's not worth anything, or, you know, maybe it's made out of like just die cast metal. But I'd be in the back of my dad's 4Runner, just like fingers crossed. Like when I get to Galveston, I'm going to dig with my little plastic shovel and I'm going to find a treasure chest, dude. And it's going to change the way we live. It's going to change the way we eat. It's going to change the way that I dress.
Yeah, I used to just know that when I got older, I would get rich off killing people.
You thought that would be like a path that you could go down, or
I thought you got paid a lot.
Same, yeah, like for a hitman.
I thought I thought you had to do it a lot. I knew that if you're a good man, when you get older, people attack you all the time, and you got to kill them.
Okay, I see what you mean.
After you kill the bad guy, and you don't even want to kill the bad guy, but you have to.
Right.
Kill the bad guy at least a few times a day, probably.
Mm-hmm.
You get paid a lot of money, maybe $10,000 every time you kill the bad guy, and then you do that every day. Okay, we're looking at some big money. That's over $3.6 million a year.
Yeah,
just off killing one bad guy
who keeps respawning in front of your house. Yeah.
Yes, and when you kill him, there's nothing ambiguous about it. He's 100% bad.
Yeah.
So you don't have to feel bad about it at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a family or anything.
Yeah, he's
been evil since he was born.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really bleed or anything, and he doesn't look like when he dies, he doesn't look sorrowful or anything. He just goes, and he grunts.
Yeah, he doesn't look scared.
Disappears.
Yeah, he doesn't like throw up or beg for his life or anything.
No, he doesn't call out his mother's name or anything.
Yeah, he doesn't like say we can stop, you can stop this. You don't have to do
You just turn around and you go, bye-bye, motherfucker.
And then you shoot him
away.
And then
I also thought after you killed a bad guy, you could just leave.
Yeah. Dude,
in movies, when they kill a bad guy, they
just get to leave.
And they leave at a leisurely pace.
Yeah.
There's no paperwork involved with killing a man.
Right.
In movies. I thought if you got in a fight, like at the store, and you killed the guy, they would have you put your groceries in the car and go home.
Yeah, same, dude. I remember when my uncle, when I was really little, he took me to the shooting range, and he was like a big like stand your ground guy. He still is, and I very much remember him describing in like a Texas redneck, like inbred, retarded way, like, yeah. So if somebody breaks into your house and you shoot him, cops shrug their shoulders, they take the body home. And then that's it. And I was like, oh. And then I believed that up until I was like a teenager. I'm the same as you. I was like, oh, if I fight a guy and I knock him out and he dies, the cops show up and go, okay, did you start it? And you go, nope. And they go, we don't need any further evidence or questions. You have a good day, sir. And then they just throw his fucking lifeless corpse into the back of the cop car. And then you get a reward? I thought that too. Like, I thought that if you did a just thing, then the city would maybe pay you like $500,000. I don't know where I got any of this. Maybe video games or something. I was like, okay, self-defense is pretty cut and dry. It's black and white. If you didn't start it, then you can cut a guy's head off of his body, and the cops let you go to your house later or stay at your house if it happened at your home. And they give you like $500,000 for like doing the right thing. Turns out it's not that way, like, at all.
Yeah.
Did you believe sorry, go ahead.
No, I was I went and then I didn't have anything else to say. I was just going to try and figure something out. So you go ahead with what you were going to say.
When we were in not Sunday school, this was youth group. This was like a little bit more adult, and like all of the happy songs went away. At least at my church, Sunday school was like, the devil's a bad guy, and the devil's a bad guy, and Jesus saves, howdy hooty hi. That was till you were about 12. And then you go to youth group, and that's when they started introducing a little bit of the fire and brimstone. And they made us read this short story that was also like a play, I think, because remember several times like kids would act it out. But I believed like as a kid that like you could be killed for being Christian. Like I remember, because in the short stories, there would be this guy that was like a mass shooter, right? And he would in this like short story / play or whatever that they would have us read, they would line up a bunch of people, and the guy with the gun would ask people like, are you a Christian? And then somebody would go, yes. And he would blow their brains out. And then he would go over to the next guy and go, are you a Christian? And then the guy would go, no. And then he would just like shoot him in their knee. And then he would do that down the line until the last person was this young man. And the guy was like, I'm a Christian. And he goes, if you say right now that you don't love God, I won't kill you. And then the guy goes, I will never renounce my love for Jesus Christ. And then the story ends with the guy dying. And I remember believing understanding two things about that story. One, people want to kill Christians all the time. And that worried me, at least when I was a little kid, before I kind of like stopped believing in God. Two, if that happened to me, I would say I don't believe in God. It seems pretty easy. Like, it seems super simple. Like, didn't Jesus forgive Peter or whoever the fuck? He was like, you're going to double cross me, but it's chill. I understand. It's not a big deal. Or was that Paul? I don't remember. But yeah, I believe that was, I was like, yeah, people want to shoot Christians in the head. And also I would just straight up be like, no, dude, I don't. I'm trying to live. I don't really care to go up and see the guy.
I would have such bad hearing loss by that time, I wouldn't be able to answer the question.
Yeah, just an AR-15.
I'm in a closed-off room,
yeah.
and I'm in a closed-off room, and 9 gunshots just went off right next to my head. He gets to me, and he just goes, wah, 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 wah. It's like the teacher from Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I believe in God.
Boom.
I'm about to believe it.
You become like deaf mute, like your voice gets fucked up somehow too.
Yeah.
They have a concussion from all the fucking air pressure.
You're like, I believe in God, but you're saying it so fucked up. He's like, I don't think I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
I feel weird about this now. You can go.
He gets to you and you're like, I'm sorry, but no, boy. It's like,
He's like, you did not talk like that 30 seconds ago.
You were begging normally for your life, and now I get to you and you're like, Hey, listen, man, if you're pretending to be retarded, you're not going to get to heaven. So I'm assuming you're an atheist, so I'm only going to shoot in your leg.
Are you pretending to be both dumb and fat Albert?
No.
Are you Satchmo? Fat Albert?
Pray.
That's Christian Fat Albert. How about that?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's Pious Albert.
Yeah,
that was a thing. That was, yeah. I also, to the Hitman thing, I thought those guys made a fuck ton of money. I think I've joked about that on here probably a bunch of times, but I really thought...
Yeah, but it's okay.
I really thought guys in the mafia made like $1 million for killing one guy.
One time we should just like fucking... It would be the most work we ever did for a podcast, but we should copy word for word the episode we did
like 2 years ago,
the week before.
Oh, okay.
No, like we do the same episode twice in a row, but the second time it's scripted and we have to make the same jokes and everything.
Same timing, yeah. Do them in slightly.
Well, yeah, the timing would probably end up better the second time, maybe because there would be some thought put into it.
Yeah,
but you know, a lot of people think that this is all scripted, but actually a lot of the time, and I know this is hard to believe, a lot of the time I start forgetting the English language as I speak.
Yeah.
But thankfully we only do this for about 130 or so hours a year, so
yeah.
So nothing ever gets retold.
Yeah, I really thought that, like, I guess until I kind of like started questioning God more, but I like straight up thought that, like, I really thought that it was like Like at any moment you could die for like being, which like in Texas in like the early 2000s, like it was still the Bush years. So like a Christian guy from Texas was a pretty decent loadout. You
can get killed for being a Christian in like fucking some parts of the Middle East maybe or whatever.
Yeah, but not
or like
not in
maybe in fucking Malaysia or something. But you're probably okay in
South Houston.
in the Frisco area. I would say you're probably not going to get killed. You can probably get killed for being Muslim in some parts of Texas. People have been killed for being black here, and that is not cool. But it has happened. If I got killed for something, I would probably get killed due to my charisma, or maybe like they would see me. Mm-hmm. They would see me counting money, and they'd think that's too much money for one guy to have in his wallet. And they would say, "Sir, do you have a permit for your wallet to be that big, or your stacks to be that long, or for your bankroll to be that spread, or for your whip to be that nice, for your girl to be that bad, for your shoes to be that clean, for your haircut to be that recent, for your beard to be that full, for your clothes to fit normal." And I'd say, "Oops, my bad," and they'd throw my ass right in the clink.
Yeah, they'd kill you and then throw you in jail.
Yeah, they'd kill me. They'd kill my white ass and throw me in
Tarrant
jail.
County Jail. Yeah. I think there was probably a time in my life where I was like, I gotta believe in God, or I'm gonna get shot by like a crazed lunatic.
Yeah, and then freaking Donald Trump came around.
And then Donald Trump came around to let.
And then we realized, damn, what if the crazy lunatic was in office the
whole time? What if a crazy orange bastard got his fucking
sort of a little bit foreshadowing for the screenplay we're writing
called
about
Crazy Orange Bastard. We're writing like an A24 style, like really bizarrely lit dramedy called Crazy Orange Bastard, where it's kind of like a coming of age story for a young, hungry Donald Trump, who came really from not a lot of money, and how he became to be sort of like the sort of extremely powerful, charismatic guy he is today.
Yeah, and then it's got like a parallel story running where it's Hillary Clinton's really inspiring story of all the things she did. I know so much about her life, like it's hard for me to even talk about it, really.
I just remember her calling Barack like a Muslim or something, and then being like she was like a Goldwater campaigner. What the fuck?
Well,
Goldwater?
he was a Muslim and he converted because America is so goddamn good.
Yeah, I love it when
I wish we had a Muslim president. I think Donald Trump is the closest thing we'll get.
Yeah, he doesn't drink. He has a lot of sex with a lot of Eastern Bloc women, which guys from Saudi Arabia like to do that.
He still thinks Escalades are cool.
Yeah, yeah. He likes tiger printed things and gold things. Just kind of like gaudy, like a child's idea of what a rich guy would buy. That is like guys from the UAE and then Donald Trump, like a tiger.
He has a bunch of sons he's horny for.
Yeah, one he wants to kill that has his name. Dude, his gay little dance is awesome. I love that he won't stop doing it. And I love that he does the dance and he's been able to like hold on to this position of like tough, brash, cock swagger fucking masculinity. And he has the gayest little dance of all time. And he loves to do it. He will do it after saying that a bunch of people died in like a really bad bombing, and then people will cheer, and then he'll do his gay little dance.
Well, you know what? A powerful man should be able to let loose. If there's one thing that Bill Clinton taught us, it's that. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I like to hang a little loose. I like to do a little canoodling. When you can't get it at home, you got to get it somewhere else, baby. I think they made him play the saxophone so much because so much shit was about to drop about that motherfucker. I think that might be a Cat Williams joke. Maybe. I don't know. Sounds familiar. I think my brain just...
that's always possible.
I think my brain just produced it, but I think that may have been a Cat Williams bit. Sorry, Kat. I know you're a big fan of the show. I don't want to bite your stuff.
Bill Clinton is like. Yeah, Bill Clinton is like the type of dude you only see in Atlanta. You know what I mean? I'm trying to come up with Cat Williams jokes.
Yeah,
where he's just like, man, like shit like this shit you only see in Tallahassee.
Yeah, Bill Clinton, one of them. He one of them white boys you only see on the north side of Chicago. You know what I mean? It like just doesn't. I don't understand it, but everybody in the audience seems to really fundamentally understand what he's saying. I think maybe he. I wonder what was the first time.
Ain't no motherfucking place like the Lolita Express. I'ma tell you that. Ain't no motherfucking place like the Lolita Express.
Yeah.
And I said it before, I say it again. Ain't no motherfucking place like the Lolita Express. They got bitches everywhere. They got champagne. They got Alan Dershowitz. They got mimosas. They got the guy who made The Simpsons. They got everybody. And they got the brother from Rush Hour. They got Bruce Lee, whatever his name is.
I wonder what was Bill's first foray into the dark arts, into the no stuff. Like, what was his like? Because I remember my first time doing
probably marrying a lesbian. Let's go.
Yeah, marrying a suit-panted lesbian was probably his first. No, I just like you remember your first time trying a hard drug. I wonder what the first time Bill was like. I think maybe I might be I might be an evil motherfucker. You know what I mean? Just the first,
yeah.
You know, like Epstein, his aura radiates that he was born that way. But when I look at Bill Clinton, I just see a fucking Southern lawyer type who maybe just his heart got bent up by men with bad intentions. You know what I mean? Maybe that's my Southern, sensibility seeing
Where is Bill Clinton from? Like Virginia?
From Arkansas, brother.
Arkansas?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. He was a governor. Silly me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clinton.
I mean, there's just not much else to do out there other than,
be a pedophile.
Be a pedophile.
Yeah.
Join a bluegrass band.
Make moonshine.
Make moonshine.
Be a pedophile.
Agriculture. What else they got?
Rodeo. They got a pretty good rodeo scene out there.
Rodeo. Homesteading.
Barbecue's not too bad in Arkansas.
Barbecue. They got fucking good ass college football.
Do they?
Yeah, the Razorbacks, right?
I don't fucking watch football. Maybe.
Well, I don't mean they're not always the best, I don't think, but they're very into football.
Okay.
I don't, if you are a big college football guy and you heard me say that and it was something stupid, that's okay.
So, somebody
you win, but I know a lot of people up there are really into the Razorbacks. And if you're not, and if you say, "Oh, we're actually into Arkansas," when is the difference?
The horseshoes.
I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
You can have your shithole state. Texas sucks too. It's not better. Drop a nuke on all of us.
Yeah.
And end my fucking misery so I don't have to know about the Big 12 or the
Big 10 or the fucking SEC conference.
SEC more like sucking every cock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%, man.
How about that? And there's nothing wrong with that either.
How about screwed ep click?
So don't quit being fucking homophobic in our replies just because old Jake here's growing his hair out again.
Yeah.
Come on.
Screwed ep click and they're gay. And Big Zero and Big Mo.
Oh, screwed ep.
Screwed ep. Like you say up with a little bit of fucking Screwed ep click like E with an E, the way that a gay guy would say up.
We used to listen to Screwed Up Click, and now people will boot up and click on their computers.
Yeah. We used to listen to Southside We Roll on Choppers. And now we watch Big Mouth Inside and have to shit. Hold on. And we say all coppers are bad. There we go. There we go.
We used to listen. We used to rep Swisher House, and now after we rest, we click a mouse.
Mm-hmm. Used to be 25 lighters on my dresser, yes sir, and now it's 25 genders. I'm on Tinder. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, that works. We used to listen to Paul Wall, and now we make phone calls.
That's that. We used Paul Wall, and now we make phone calls. Yep, that's awesome stuff. We used
Mike Jones. Now I'm on my phone.
Yeah, Mike Jones. Now I'm on my phone. That'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else we got. There used to be Slim Thug, and now it's he, him, Bug, and he's not doing good health wise.
We used to bump Fat Pat, and now we have Snapchat.
Very good. We used to listen to Big Mo, and now now we have to look at Big Phone. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have South Park Mexican, and now we watch South Park, and we're texting them.
Texting Cartman, and all the guys. Yeah.
I'm texting South Park right now.
Yeah. We used to.
Dude, I just got a Snapchat from South Park. They are so funny.
Just being completely insane at a house party. I got a Snapchat from South Park. They're so awesome,
dude. I was FaceTiming with Peter Griffin from Family Guy the other day, and he was so down to earth.
Yeah, I was on a Skype call with Darth Vader, and he was just so you'd think he'd be really intense, but he was actually a really nice guy with a really good heart.
That's awesome. I was listening to the I was in a meeting with the Avengers the other day, and they were woke, but it was amazing.
Just a guy who never grew out of the kid lying phase. Like, my uncle owns Nintendo. It's like a 38-year-old man being like, yeah, I was hanging out with Wakanda Black Panther, and he was saying that I'm probably the coolest white guy he knows personally. And
dude, I got in a car accident the other day, and you're not gonna believe who the other guy was.
Who was it?
It's Plankton. He was so mad.
Yeah, he was really. I bet he didn't even have insurance.
He was villainous.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
No, and he tried to say that his robot wife was driving. I said, "You still need the damn insurance, you fool." Yeah. What a load of nuts.
You're just slowly sipping a Shiner, and you're peeling all of the wrapper off the beer real violently. Yeah. And so you're in a car crash with Plankton from SpongeBob?
Yeah. This was before he did SpongeBob, though. He was just Plankton at the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He wasn't famous. I lived in Bikini Bottom, but this was 2014. This was before the show came out.
Hey, you're squeezing that beer can really tightly, man. Looks like are you okay? There's beer coming out.
Yeah. No, there's beer coming out of it, and that's why I'm going to put it back in after. But yeah, it was awesome. It was a great experience. I'd always wanted to get in a car wreck, and I'm so glad I could do it with Plankton and his wife.
So his wife was in the car. He wasn't telling us.
His wife. He tried to say his damn wife was driving. I said she was in the passenger seat. Oh, a passenger seat driver? What is it? A JDM import? What are you driving? A right-hand drive Mitsubishi Montero or something? Get the fuck out of here, Plankton! You piece of asshole shit.
Hey guys, this is my buddy Thomas. He just got a very serious brain injury just last night, but he doesn't like to go to the doctor. Tell him.
Yeah, and I do like to drink after brain injuries.
I love part of my brain coming out of the top of my head and then having.
My doctor said I need to drink a lot now that I have a brain injury. I'm trying to start. This is my first time drinking.
This is my first time getting drunk and angry after a very bad brain injury, so I hope that you guys are comfortable with me being here.
This is a really relaxing setting for me.
The music is loud. There's fog machines, and there's a lot of people here.
I was hoping. I wanted to go somewhere where I didn't know anyone at all.
Oh, I thought you said you knew the owner of the house. No, I'm a liar.
No, I was saying I knew the owner of Plankton's house because I got in a car wreck with him. Oops, I thought you meant we were going to Plankton's house. I knew it seemed too dry in here. Because he lives under the ocean.
Yeah. He's also like a little piece. He's like a single cell organism. Have you ever met a guy who refers?
He's a plankton, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a plankton, right? They're single cell.
He's a plankton.
They multicellular. Am I an idiot, bro? Is a plankton like a shrimp?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck.
Man.
What am I thinking
It's
of?
like a tiny
Yeah,
shrimp.
it's like a little bug type critter. Okay, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, but they're like, I think they got a few cells.
Oh, okay, like maybe like 100.
It's probably not a crazy
like
amount.
50 or something. Okay, I'm an idiot. I don't know.
I remember thinking that the whales had cells in them the size of a tennis ball.
Yeah, same. I thought that their DNA was like the helix, and it was like the size of a bicycle frame. You know what I mean? Just like
Yeah, I feel like I had a teacher who told me they had really big DNA. That doesn't make sense at all.
Right. Yeah. No, same. No, it doesn't. It makes no sense. But I thought the same thing. I thought everything about a whale was just scaled up 100x.
Yeah, why would they have a giant molecules?
Right. right. I thought that like like you have rods and cones in your eyes. I remember thinking like when we were learning about sperm whales and blue whales, I was like, oh, they have like a piece of rebar and like that's what it is, like in their eyeball. It like helps them like see. It's so stupid, dude. That's that fucking education system for you, man. Deep South, baby.
Bro, can you show everybody your big ass cell again?
Yo, this is my buddy.
It's like a crazy party trick. He has one cell. It's the size of, it's a big molecule and it's the size of a tennis ball.
Bro, I don't like to show people the cell. You know that it makes me super uncomfortable.
Dude, show him the cell.
Dude.
At least show him the mitochondria.
Fine. Here's my mitochondria. It's the size of a rat.
Well, is that so? Are those? It's cool. You just have one.
Yeah, the other ones
Damn.
are normal sized. This one was big.
Okay.
Yeah, I got born with a big one.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Man, I'm still.
Wait, is that a cell? You have a cell wall? Dude, I think this guy can photosynthesize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I have to go outside in the sun. And I can breathe carbon dioxide, and then I exhale oxygen.
Everybody.
My dad was a fern.
He's like, holy shit, Thomas. Did you take freshman biology? And I'm like, yeah. 2014, 2015, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm educated in ways that a lot of people never saw coming. And that is what has led to my astronomical rise to the top of the comedy world. That is why I'm looking down on everybody right now. Because of my knowledge.
Our science teacher in freshman year quit halfway through the year because the class terrorized her so much.
Yeah, you were probably giving her crazy back shots.
No, she's
couldn't even sit down right.
She's very frail.
She's probably her feet probably hurt because you were sucking the skin off.
Nope. No, I wasn't doing anything crazy like that.
I heard you sucked off all her toenails so she couldn't wear regular shoes anymore.
Yeah, it made her really mentally unstable. Yeah.
Yeah, she had to get a C-section done to get all the sperms out of her.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's pretty true. Yeah, that's 100% on the money there.
Oh my God! Did you hear your cousin's having a C-section? Yeah, there's so many sperms in her.
at like a family dinner. Just
we're so happy to hear about your sperms.
Thomas, hey man, you moved to New York, dude. That's like a cousin you barely see. That's awesome. I heard the podcast. I think your dad was saying that you guys are not doing too bad. You should tell a joke, man. Tell a joke. I know you don't want to. I know it's embarrassing, but we just one joke. Come on, buddy.
Okay, I can do one.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Everybody, shh. Thomas is gonna tell a joke. Shh. Everybody, bring the kids in.
Yeah, so my cousin just had a C-section. Apparently my sperms were too big to get out of her.
Are you talking about my wife, man? Hold on a second. Put the kids in the other room. Are you talking about my wife, man?
You told me to tell a joke. I'm not allowed to do comedy anymore. I didn't know this was a woke wedding.
This is just normal.
Do you want me to tell a different joke?
I think the kids would really like to hear a kid-friendly joke, and please don't joke about my wife like that, okay? So let's try this again. I bring the kid. Come on, everybody, come on, Uncle Thomas.
So I've got this. Okay.
He's got a great joke. Come on, Uncle Thomas.
My nephew's mom just spat out a horrible system out of her throat, and it was caused by the huge sperm I left in there from my load. Isn't that horrible? And that pisses me off because that's not woke. But yeah, so check please.
Hold on a second, man. Your nephew's sister.
No, mom.
Your nephew's mom. That's your sister. And you.
Nope.
And you.
My nephew's mom is my cousin.
Okay. That makes it a little better, I guess. But the joke is that
I thought a nephew's mom would be a cousin, but I do understand now that I think about it that a nephew's mom would not be a cousin, so it would be a different person than the first joke, unrelated to you.
Right.
But comedy is hard. Sometimes you have to find your
So
footing.
everybody, Uncle Thomas is still working on his jokes. So everybody, but listen, Uncle Thomas is going to be a famous guy. Okay? Him and his buddy, they have a show. It's a no-no show. So we don't get to listen to it. But Uncle Thomas likes to come and tell us jokes.
I have another joke.
I don't. Okay.
My dog died this weekend. Wah, wah, wah. Turns out it's allergic to grown-up sperms.
Uncle Thomas?
Yes.
What's a sperm?
A sperm is what happens when a man and his stomach fall in love, and he wants to show his stomach how much he loves it. So he gives it a gift. And then he wipes it off and goes to bed.
Oh. Yes, son, that's okay.
And you used to be a sperm.
Really?
And yes, all boys used to be a sperm and all girls used to be an egg.
Listen, hey, don't tell my son stuff like that. Now he's going to confuse him.
And your mom laid an egg and you hatched out of it.
I was in mommy's tummy. I didn't come out of an egg.
You were in her, I could talk about where creatures that lay eggs keep the egg in the first place, and I know where that is. And that's where you came out of. The cloaca or something.
Cloaca. Yeah. Listen, man, I think we'll probably... Thomas, it's good to fucking see you, man. I kind of remember why...
It's been awesome to see you. So I've got a show on Monday morning at 9:30. It's gonna be at the Applebee's in Anchorage, Alaska. If you guys I found your credit cards and I went ahead and bought you guys tickets to it. The tickets are $100 each, and it's a 10-minute show. And so I got you guys 100 tickets, and I hope you like it.
Listen, man.
So you guys just bring 100 people, please, because the venue seats 150. So I figure if I sell 50, I bought you guys 100, so just find 98 people for me in Anchorage.
Yeah, this is kind of why we don't bring you to two things. I'm sorry to say, man. I mean, between this and getting into a car crash with Plankton, I don't really think it's safe for you to be around the kids. And I know that hurts, but
not at all.
Yeah, I don't really think about your kids, man. I don't care about them at all. To be honest, man, I kind of hate them. You became much...
I've always wondered, I feel like, and I don't mean this in a bad way, I feel like you might be a bad father because your children are so much smaller than you.
Your kids need to be 10 times the size of you to be healthy. If you're a $180, you need to have an 1,800-pound son. It's just natural. You know what I mean?
Imagine having a tiny ass baby and you're just palming it in the waiting room, like dribbling it and stuff. I don't know.
They had to call me early because I was fatter than fuck already. I was actually born a month early.
You're a girthy ass.
I was
baby.
9 pounds 9 ounces. Oh, and
nice. That's around where I was. I was late too, though.
You remember when Will Sennett, when I told him that's how much I weighed, and he was like, "Dude, if I was your dad, I would have made your life hell, but you'd have been a great linebacker." he was just like, "Dude, you would have not enjoyed your childhood at all, and you would not have had one, but you would have been a good athlete." And I was like, "Thanks, man." I don't. But he was like, I know he was kidding, but there was like, he gets that twinkle in his eye. He starts talking about sports, and I was like, I know that you're kidding, and you're just my friend from the computer, but I also feel like you're not at all. So I respect.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's so goddamn funny. Oh man. Yeah, I don't.
Could you not compliment other people on our show? It really makes me insecure.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
When you bring up other guys on here and talk about other comics.
Yeah, I know it really bothers you when I'm like, yeah, I really liked Nick Special, and you were like, really?
Oh, Nick's special now. Okay, cool. I thought I was special.
Yeah, it was cool running into to Shane the other day. Oh yeah, you remembered that conversation, didn't you?
Oh yeah, you ran into me a couple months ago. Guess you don't remember that. Oh, okay. Oh, you're hanging out with your brother. Okay. I have brothers. You never hang out with them.
Dude, which one of your brothers do you think it would be the weirdest for me to interact with? You think the middle one?
I think at this point, well, I only have two. I'm the middle one.
Oh, I'm talking. Okay, so yeah, I guess the older one. That's right.
I think it would be fine for both of them now.
Okay.
Yeah, I have good relationships with
No, I wasn't saying because you don't. I'm saying like just who I am as a person and what we do.
I think I think it might I don't know. It's an interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might throw off my younger brother a little bit more. Not that he wouldn't be prepared for it, just because I don't know that he's met a person like you yet.
Okay.
In his life, you know what I mean?
What is? No, elaborate.
I don't mean that in a negative way.
No, I know what you mean. I know you don't, but
he hasn't gone off to college yet.
Oh, okay.
So it might be a little bit of
like a culture shock to some degree.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like a whole different type of white trash. You know
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's sort of regional, and you're from a different region.
It is.
And so you're the Houston Metroplex white trash is different from the
It's a little swampy.
Metroplex.
It's a little bit more swampy.
Yeah, it's a little bit more. Up here, it's more. It's more
highfalutin, but still trashy.
Well, I mean, it's more of a. It's more like King of the Hill in a way.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. A little drier.
Yeah. A lot of beautiful dead silence up here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes.
A lot of beautiful dead silence.
Not in my family. There's a lot of.
My family, we like to hang out and not say a word.
Yeah, I got that. You know, I've come to realize about myself, and I don't like it, that I'm not good in silence, because my family at the house growing up, and now my mom and my dad, neither of them know how to shut the fuck up, ever. They don't like silence. They think something's wrong if people aren't talking, and I'm that way. So whenever I hang out with somebody who's just like comfortable and quiet, sometimes like I know in our interactions, like we'll be in a car and like it's just dead quiet, and because it's just instinctual, like I don't even think about doing it. I'm like, dude, it's cold sometimes outside, and you're like, and I'm like, yeah, and the radio was invented, and they put them in cars too. And you're like, sometimes I feel like when we're like on long drives, I kind of feel like a kid that like you married a lady who had one. And I'm the kid in the passenger seat, and we're both trying to get to know each other, but we don't want anything to do with each other. I'm about 10 or 11. We're on the way to Cabela's, and you're looking to get a new grip for your gun. And I'm like, when they had baseball, they used to have to wear a different type of shoe. And you're like, And then you turn up the Johnny Paycheck just a little louder. And I'm like, and when they had that shoe on, they ran fast. And that's just me. Like, I can't help it. Like, dude, my own fiance, if she like doesn't say a word to me for like 8 minutes, I'm like, dude, if you hate me, it's cool. Like, we can figure it. It's all right. It's just my brain. I'm just one of those guys.
No, I'll do that sometimes. If my girlfriend is working on her laptop,
Dude, I'm bad about that. Really bad.
And she is not ignoring me.
She's just busy.
She's just needs to get an email sent or something. And I go, "Hey, what you doing? You working?" She goes, "Yep, just getting some work done."
Yeah.
I go, "That's cool. Is it going well?" "Yeah, pretty. It's going just fine." "Nice. You
thinking about leaving me, aren't you?"
Yeah. I'm like, "Did you see the I sent you something on Instagram a couple seconds ago." She's like, "Cool." Yeah, it was I'll just describe the video to you. It'll take me about half an hour, and whenever you open it, it won't be funny. But I'll describe a video I sent you on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then after that, you'll close your laptop and stop working, and then you'll say, "Whoa, you're so funny for seeing a video and sending it to me." And then I'll go, "Yeah, I am. And you should quit your job that makes way more money than me. And instead of working on the laptop for 30 minutes, we should go to a fancy restaurant." How about that?
Just treating both of our significant others like just. Ashley will be working on her laptop at the bar, and same thing. She'll be like doing school, like a thing that like she's doing to like, have a career she wants to have, or whatever. And I'm like, "Hey, what you up to?" And she's like, "Working." And I'm like, the way that you said that left an emptiness in my heart. It's not on you. It is on me. And sort of the way.
So you're working on finding.
You're working on finding a new, cooler version of me that isn't like this.
You look and she's Googled new fiance.
She's Googled new fiance that doesn't ask me questions while I'm doing homework. Yeah, I fucking, and I know that it bothers people who don't. I think, to your point about your younger brother, to people who don't aren't that way. They're not wired that way. Like, the way that they're wired is just quiet. Like, it's bad for me because I just can't. I can't shut up. I have to constantly be talking about something. Ashley's dad's kind of like that. He'll be like, "Well," and I'm like, yeah. I used to have a dog too. I had a dog that died, but that was 20 years ago, which makes sense because, just the nature of a dog. He'll be like, Bud Light in the fridge. Yeah, Bud Light's a beer, and the can is blue, and the can's blue. And they had a lady that really caused a lot of stir for them. If we're talking about guitars, it's all cool. If we're talking about Iron Maiden, it's always cool. I guess I just, like I said, I can't just be quiet. And I think it's a thing that as I get older, I'm trying to force it. You know what I mean? But it makes me so uncomfortable. Drives me nuts.
Yeah. I'm bad at talking on the phone sometimes. I
hate talking on the fucking phone, dude.
I prefer to texting. I've gotten to where I really am.
But understand there's context for when a phone call is more efficient. But I have friends. I just say that I can't not talk. But people who talk too much on the phone I'm I'm also one of those people. Maybe.
Yeah.
Edgar.
But sometimes I get on the phone and I kind of forget English, and I'll just I like creating dead silence on a phone call because it's unnecessary for both. It's wasting everybody's time, really.
I know sometimes that when we're talking and we're trying to relay important information to each other, that towards the end of the phone call, I'll be like, yeah. So if you could send that to me, and you're like, I send it, and I'm like, yeah, send the file over, and then I'll make the mock up of the shirt. It's not all the time, but I know that both of us know the conversation's coming to an end, and we're trying to relay that to each other with the tone of our voice. Yeah, so I'll send the file over, but I guess I'm trying to wrap it up, and the way that I wrap up conversations is through the cadence and lilt of the tone of my voice. And I've noticed sometimes you'll just repeat a word that I said typically at the end of the sentence. Yeah, the mock-up for the shirt will be fine, and then what I'll do is I'll send that to you, and then you get it, and then you sign off on it, and then I'll get it and I'll package them. I'll have the packages. Yep. Okay. And then if you could give me the Shopify info, log in, and then that will pretty much be it. Log into it. All right. and then and then we just all right. See you later, man. Okay. See you. All right. Bye. Edgar had this thing. You met Ed. He had this thing. Like we were roommates our freshman year of college, and then obviously we've stayed friends. And I've been friends with him for 12 years now. For like the first. Dude, I'm not even kidding. We actually just stopped doing this maybe this year. He would not talk on the phone with me longer than a minute because he thought it was gay for two men to be on the phone with each other for longer than a minute. And I know that sounds made up and like a joke. And I know that to him it was a little bit of a joke, maybe 60% a joke, but 40% of it was real. Because we would be talking and he would be relaying really important information to me. He'd be like, yeah, I got to put a new transmission in the fucking Camaro, man. I'm like, damn. I was like, why don't you just part it out? He's like, it's sentimental. It's the first car I bought when I started making money. I have good money. I make good money. Fuck it, My mom wants me to keep it so I could maybe pass it down. I was like, oh, that's cool, man. Are you going to get as like a daily driver? Yeah, I'm going to get and I think the call dropped, and then he hung up, and then he'll text me. We were on the phone for a minute and a half, and I'm not gay. Because his whole thing is like two men. When we were freshmen, and I would like call him to pick me up from downtown, I was fucked up. If it went on longer than a minute, he would just hang up and text me. The two men can't be on the phone together that long, man. And I'm like, all right. And only recently have we like had genuine like long conversations on the phone, but he still has a little bit of that vestigial, like he'll be like, dude, we've been talking for 10 minutes. What are we, fucking homos? And I'm like, I think we're just friends. And he's like, yeah, friends that are fucking gay, idiot. And I'm like, okay, this is my friend. This is my adult friend who's a man. Oh man,
that's just silly. I don't care who you are.
That's just wacky duty.
Yeah.
What Hank eat? He started eating sewing needles. Sorry, Hank started eating sewing needles.
Yeah.
He's a stinky old fucking, ain't you, you fuck? Hey, stupid. Just kidding. Hi, handsome.
Hank, more like
More like, because he fucking shits in the house and tries to eat it.
Yeah.
Dude, he loves eating poop. Probably his like third or fourth favorite thing to do. The only places he likes to piss are on things that are kind of expensive. He likes to piss on the entertainment center. He likes to piss on our rug. He won't piss anywhere else, which is kind of frustrating for me. But that's just because he's a hound dog. He's a stubborn beast.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
You like to go pee-pee on stuff that costs your girlfriend a lot of money?
Yeah, like shallots.
On what?
Shallots.
You like to piss on the shallots that she gets from Central Market?
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah, they're pretty pricey.
It's like $1.45
a pound
for a few of them. I'm just kidding. I don't even know. I don't think shallots are even really expensive. Just sounds expensive because it's French.
Yeah, I always thought I used to get shallot and scallop mixed up. Very different. And I used to tell people when I worked in the service industry, my first job was at a Joe's Crab Shack on Kemah Boardwalk. For all you Galveston Bay and Galveston Island heads out there, I'm sure there's like 10 of you, and probably people I went to high school with. And I would just tell people the wrong thing. I would be like, yeah, this king crab comes with scallop, and it just had shallots in the broth. And then people would be like, where's the scallops? And I would say, they're in the broth. And they would say, there's no scallops in here. And I would point to the little shallot, and I would go, scallop. And they would say, can I speak to your manager? And I would say, yeah, sure, no problem. And then I would go and be like, I don't understand what the deal is. And they'd be like, did you tell them that we had scallops in there? And I'd say, yes. And he goes, that's a shallot. You're an idiot. One's an animal. One is like a garlic type thing. And I would go, oh. And then I would get in a lot of trouble. And then I would keep doing that because I don't really listen. And I'm not good at it. And I wasn't then. And I'm not now.
That's okay, Jake. I forget.
Thanks, man.
You never did anything wrong to me.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
All I've ever,
You never fucked me over with regards to scallops or anything seafood related. Never been steered wrong. Seafood. This guy. You know, if I could fuck people over, I'd probably give thousands of people food poisoning.
Yeah.
And kill them.
Yeah. I used to give really...
I'd sell a dish called Evil Crab.
Sinister crab. We've got depraved shrimp. We've got tortured mussels.
My name is Depraved. I've been living here in Louisiana for 7,500 years, and I sell the best damn wicked gumbo this side of the Bible.
Yeah, this is my cousin. He's a Nephilim. He's a Louisiana Nephilim. He's got his own seafood restaurant called Davius Shrimp. It's actually also his name. It's pretty good, man. The food, it makes you incredibly sick. It makes your soul sick. So even after you die and you go to heaven or hell, you're sick there too. Davius, you could...
No, my name's Davius.
Davius Shrimp. Oh, sorry. The restaurant is called Davius Shrimp. Sorry, it's
Davius Shrimp.
Yeah.
My first time eating shrimp, it came from it was a pork shrimp. And
they used to have those.
We used to have pork shrimp down in Louisiana. Then all these new regulations can't have pork shrimp no more.
This was
it was the most haram dish of all time. And
this was 850,000 years ago.
I can't remember whether Muslims can eat shellfish. Maybe they can.
In the Old Testament, they're not allowed to, but I don't think the Muslims that care about that one.
I don't think the Muslims
care about that book.
Adhere to the Old Testament.
I think there's a whole ass different type of fella.
These damn Louisiana Muslims is different.
They're Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeah, these damn
these. Oh, we got this halal boudin.
Yeah. Yeah, so Davius, we're going to swing by. Davius said he would give us the full Sinister Seafood Davius Shrimp experience, which, again, all the food and drinks, they do make your soul sort of corrupted at a base level. I just need you guys to understand that going in. So if you guys have any like gluten allergies or anything, IBS or irritable bowel syndrome, you don't want to eat Davius's shrimp. Ain't that right, Davius?
Yeah, I suppose. I wanted to start something that would kill people.
On account of me being sort of an evil...
We have a 0 rating from the BBB.
On account of me being a fallen angel, sort of copulated with a human woman. All of the food that I make is profoundly evil for a man to eat and causes his soul great distress to the point in which he cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. And really, he's turned away at the gates of hell.
And if that ain't true, my name ain't Davius Shrimp.
Davius, hey man, it's really nice working with you. I'm glad you brought on the firm to help you with the PR. That is a long slogan. I'm going to see if I can read it back, and I'm just paraphrasing. Food so evil, it corrupts your soul to the point where you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven and you will be turned away at the gates of hell, or my name isn't Davius Shrimp. Really long, kind of a mouthful. We wonder if you can trim that.
Yeah, I can't change my name.
Right, but you can maybe trim that's going to go in front of the restaurant, and that's a lot.
Yeah, and I bet I got to trim the fat off before I make pork shrimp. Yeah, good luck with that, mister. Good luck, Mr. Hollywood. Yeah, let's trim the H off of Hollywood, make it Bellywood.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's quite how... Sorry, it's really stuffy in here. I don't think that's really how the spelling of that works. By the way, no, I'm not an evil seafood guy expert. That's you. You hired...
Yeah, you made that bad.
Yeah, sorry, my colleague. He is deaf. He signed to me that he really hated that laugh, and maybe keep that one in the chamber. I'm just here for the marketing, for the PR. So if you have a shorter slogan for Davius Shrimp, I'd really like to hear it, because we have to get it mocked up and put it on the front of the restaurant. You know what I mean?
All right, let me see. Davius Shrimp is here, and it's his restaurant, and he's making the food, and it's going to kill every single one of these motherfuckers in the establishment.
That is, I do believe, a couple words short of the initial one. Problem is that it really doesn't make me want to come eat here.
Davius Shrimp. A shrimp so evil it make that pussy black.
Sorry, I had to talk with my colleague.
You probably didn't hear me. I said davius shrimp. Shrimp so evil, it make that pussy black.
No, I got that. I had to sign it to the...
You didn't. You said you did not. You once again did not hear me.
No,
What I said, I'm sorry. I think my mic cut out. I said davius shrimp. Shrimp so evil, it make that pussy black.
Honestly, Davius, I think maybe we might be onto something with that one.
I think we maybe have it on there 3 times.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. We have it 3 times in increasingly larger font.
And it gets louder every time.
We have a megaphone that blasted at 228 decibels out of the front of the restaurant at all hours of the day, even outside of normal operating business hours.
Yeah, I like
that too. So where do you...
We put sounds into the shrimp and we cook them with sound.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I know that you got a great sous chef back there. I know that you also cook, but I know you got a really great experimental chef back there who can put sounds into the food, probably screams.
Yeah, I was the first Louisiana-style chef to ever scream into a shrimp.
Yeah, the sorrowful yells of
scream fried shrimp.
Scream fried shrimp, the shrimp that has the shouts of a damned man.
With grits. Regular
grits. Just
the grits is the only thing on the menu.
That's the only thing that's regular.
It's just delicious.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah, but good luck eating this shrimp without it. Good luck eating these grits without any shrimp. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think we're onto something now.
Yeah, but once again, like I don't know if the sign got hurt, but what I said was davius shrimp. Shrimp so good it turned that pussy black. So if that's cool, yeah, I think we could go with that.
Yeah.
If that sounds
good.
Yeah,
sorry, I just got choked up there for a second.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
I think it sounds good. Nothing seems all above board.
Yeah, it's above board. We'll have it on the building 3 times in increasingly larger font, and we'll have megaphones play it at 24/7. I think we're all done here. I think we're done here. If there's anything else that didn't you say you were recently sponsored by a podcast, Davius Shrimp. You were gonna try to throw some business their way.
Oh yeah, it was called. So if you want to find it, you gotta go over to. Is this for the Pideo time?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so, but I wasn't sure if we had to do another bit.
No, we don't have to do no more bits, Davies.
Okay, patreon.com/Pendejo time. $5 a month will get you a free, it's not a free episode every week because we already do one of those, and it's right now. But it'll get you an additional episode every week with Discord access. $1 only gets your broke-ass Discord access. But as soon as you join the Patreon, there's a link pinned at the top thanks to our dear friend Jake. So if it doesn't automatically add you to the Discord, that link will get you there. $10 a month gets you an additional video episode every month. We also have a free episode for videos every month, and they are good. We got a new camera recently. The video episodes are legitimately good now. They are no longer bad. And we have a backlog of a couple years or so for everything. So no matter which tier you join, you will get quite a few older episodes. If you join the Patreon for the $5 tier, you are getting over 100
You're getting about
episodes.
300, I think, at this point, yeah.
Well, yeah, but...
300 hours of rock.
Yeah. Is that 300... premium episodes or just 300?
It's 300, dude. We've done a fuck ton of episodes, bro. We're 3 years in, about 3.5 in, and
I'm still using this voice for some reason. It's not even like a real Cajun accent. It's just sort of like a guy who got hit by a motorcycle.
Yeah,
I just sound like a spice.
Yeah, it's just patreon.com.
I'm like if a spatula could
/ Pendejo time, and
go get that white ass over to Patreon right now, if you know what's good for you.
Thank you, Davius. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
No problem. And if you guys didn't hear the slogan once again was Davius Shrimp. Shrimp so good it turned that pussy black.
Thank you, Davius. I think that
y'all have a good one.